Hello, I'm Christopher Gabbing, but my name's too long, so Christoph Gabbs. I'm gonna paint. Here's a board, and it's a little too rough, so I'm sanding it down. That was the pattern. So I'm gonna mark my border like usual. Little notches on each side, all the sides, top down, left, right. And I'm gonna do 2 this time because I'm adding a new color. This one's something I haven't done before. Slightly different, but really it's all the same. It's painting, it's a pattern, it's the same colors, but with another color. So I wanted to do all brick-like. I wanted something to match that one. This was 2 brick, so I went a little more diagonal with it, added some intersecting triangles. I put some transfer paper on the back of it. I like the red ones because they disappear easier with lighter colors versus normal graphite. I struggle trying to make those disappear. I'm securing it 1 way, securing it 2 way. You can never be too secure. I warm my hands and crack those fingers and start transferring it. I take a pen and I just go over it so that way that red gets off the paper and onto the board. And it doesn't need to be too clean because I'm going to paint over it. I just need the general idea. And here comes the new color. I want an off-white, kind of eggshell. Parchment. All you got to do is put a whole lot of white in a little mason jar, add some orange, add some yellow, and I'm done. I'm also restocking my orange paint because instead of having big old jars that I buy, I have my mix paints in my mason jars, just like here. The blues, the teal, the navy, the maroon, the orange, the yellow, and the off-white. So I'll tone this one with my off-white. This is my background. I get it fully covered. I blow dry it dry. And now I painstakingly fill in every single box that I just drew on this board. And this one took a little bit more time than I thought it was going to. I don't want to talk about how long it took me. And I was a little nervous if this one was going to come out good or not, just because I haven't done one like this before, so I haven't seen the process all the way through. So it's like I knew needed to do all these steps, and in my head I just couldn't see the end product because I haven't made this end product before. So I was kind of fretting myself. It's not gonna look good, and I've wasted so much time, but I committed, so I just kept going, because why would I give up on this? What do I have to lose? It's paint on wood. So I slowly fill in every little box, and it's silly how slowly it takes me, because to you only see a little glimpse of it. A little glimpse consolidated down into less than 10 minutes. Oh, the magics of technology these days. And see, I fucked up right there. Don't worry. It's really easy to fix mistakes with paint. You just paint over it. See, that was supposed to be blue, not navy. So I just finished the sequence. And I have this order in my head about how these colors should progress throughout each individual line. And I set these rules for myself. And I gotta follow those rules. And that's why I did that. But sometimes I break the rules too, so I guess I am the conundrum. And it's starting to look good. I'm about halfway there. And because I had so many more, I've got like 6 colors that I'm working with. I added another one. I definitely could have added a 7th color and could have added a little purple violet in between this maroon and that navy. And that would have been cool, but I'm resistant to change sometimes. That's why I keep doing the same shit. I know what I like. I might add a purple in the next one, just to see. I might do a little tester, just to see. But I might do a whole thing and just kind of say fuck it and jump in. You know, like when you go to a pool and there's some people that are like, put a little toe in, they're like, oh, it's cold. And then they put their foot in and be like, oh, it's cold. And then slowly but surely they get into the pool and they're like, it's cold. And eventually they warm up and it's not so cold anymore. But I just jump in. Those silly little fools taking 5 minutes to get into the pool when I'm already in there and having a great time. Silly little pool edgers. So, yeah, this is a painting. So I was kind of going for tile, mosaic, stained glass, and I just go on Pinterest and I try and find a lot of reference pictures about what I like, and then I just find the top ones and then put them all together into a sketchbook, and then I came up with this idea. And I just stare at my sketchbook a lot, and I stare at those sketches until I'm like, I think that'll work. But up until that point, there's a lot of moments where I'm like, I don't think that'll work. So I keep sketching and keep sketching and keep sketching until I develop something where I say to myself, I think that'll work. So, yep, all these little tiles. And they're like muddled right now, and that's where I was kind of nervous about until I get to this point when I start clearing up those lines, those hallways, those alleys, those roads of paint. Yeah, they're like little houses. This is like a little neighborhood of paint place. Call it the paint place. I don't know. See? And it's like, oh wow. Imagine living in those little corner triangle houses. What if those were actual houses? I think there's one in Europe because Europeans do weird things like that. I mean, I'm kind of envious. Oh, what if Americans did stuff like that? What if like very triangular houses? I mean, we got more land than most European countries, so I guess it's not really necessary. Yeah. But once I start doing this part, and I really see the separation, and I give everything its space, and I let all the houses breathe and talk, and those little boxes and triangles, they all get their space. There's no little like smudges in the alleyways and roads. And then I fill out the rest of the border. This is the second border. My first border is the black border, but this one I was like, no, we're going to do something different. And I'm using heavy body golden acrylics, and I was really struggling to get a long, smooth line. So I did this instead. I said, fuck it, I'm tired of this, and I slapped the paint down, the paint tape down. And I then peeled it away, and wow, there's a crisp line with such minimal effort. And then I fill out those sides to make it all crisp. I let it sit, I let it dry. Because whatever leftover paints I have on my palette, I just kind of take. So, yep, it's been fun.